I think we need to look seriously at the possibility of the current system being scrapped and replaced by something completely different.
Mark, welcome back.
Thank you.
So with all the controversy around companies avoiding tax, is it possible for the current tax system to be adjusted so a company pays tax level to amount that they've been earning?
My answer to that question is it's no. I think I'm probably in the minority in that view, but I really believe we're coming to a point where the current way companies are taxed is going to be incapable of being adjusted to an extent necessary to produce the result that the public regards as reasonable. What that new system may look like is a lot of speculation, but I believe that if you understand the way the current rules work, it's difficult to imagine them being adjusted to produce results that the public is going to accept. So I think the answer probably is no. I think we need to look seriously at the possibility of the current system being scrapped and replaced by something completely different.
Absolutely. And are companies in the developing world, are they seeing the situation different? Have they got a different perspective on this?
They absolutely are. And they are seeing it in a different way than the developed world, because they're typically countries that have got markets. They may not have production, they may not own intellectual property, they may not own some of the drivers that actually produce the results the current corporate tax system does. And so they see themselves disadvantaged because the current system does not produce results that they think are fair. So they are very much looking at a different system.
And you mentioned the different system there, so I guess the question on everyone's lips is, are there going to be changes to the way that global companies are being taxed?
That's the $6,000 question. I think if we move to a new system, and that will be not over the next year to several years, but over a longer time frame, the new system is going to reflect business activity that actually takes place in the country. Today, the system is based on a variety of factors. Some of those factors relate to business activity locally, but other factors relate to things the companies can themselves organize and plan and move around the globe. That, I think, is what creates the results that people regard as unfair. I think a new system is likely to involve factors that are very difficult, if not impossible, for companies to move. So markets are not movable, where people physically sit and the jobs they do are difficult to move. And so I think those factors are going to become increasingly important and will drive the tax bills that companies see in the countries where they have business operations that actually lead to that kind of activity.
Absolutely. And finally, to wrap things up, as we are here in Geneva in Switzerland, where is Switzerland in all of this?
Right. Switzerland is in a very interesting place right now. The country has been under pressure from the EU, from EU member states, from the United States and other countries around the world to basically reform its corporate tax system. The Swiss system has been based for decades on agreements between companies and the government, and that has been viewed generally as unfair. So the Swiss are actively looking at new ways of taxing corporations that would be both more transparent and more universal. I believe that Switzerland is going to come through this process. There will certainly be a referendum, in my view, that will need to happen. But the result of that will be the Swiss system will be more aligned to the current rules and potentially even anticipate these new rules that I believe may be coming along.
Great. Well, Mark, thank you so much for coming in today and sharing your insights with us.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Well, that's all from myself and Mark, but for all the latest Jugoscopy updates and interviews, do keep clicking back. Goodbye for now.